if there has been a familiar foe in the last year, it's Madison Central. And Friday night, for the fourth time in a year, Tupelo will be playing Madison Central. Second time in the playoffs in as many years, and this time for the right to go to the North Half Championship. And Coach, we got there with a good win against DeSoto Central to open the playoff season, and now it's one of our biggest rivalries again.
Yeah, man, it's weird that it's the same. It lines up the same way as last year. It's good and bad, you know. It's the same exact storyline, all the above. I think the scary thing is we beat these guys 3 times in a row. That's something that I know they don't take lightly.
Right.
It's a really good football. They're a lot better from when we played them week 6. I know how hungry and how hot they are right now. So, I mean, we got a dogfight.
34-14, we beat DeSoto Central the other night to get to the second round, and sometimes you never really know what you're going to get out of that first round of the playoffs, especially if you're the 1 seed, because you're playing a 4 seed from the other division, and mentally you're thinking, I'm going to win that game. How did you combat that last week?
You said it perfect. I said going in, I think I told you after the game, they should not have been a 4 seed. I thought they were a 2 seed. I thought they were the most talented team in their region. They just didn't put it together sometimes. And we played like we were trying to get to next week. I mean, it simply is what it was. They would even admit that. Our guys were probably not the most excited. The atmosphere wasn't the biggest. And we played down, and we didn't play well. We didn't execute, wasn't motivated. Obviously, from a huge high 2 weeks ago to coming and playing in that I saw it. I expected a little bit, but I didn't expect it that bad. But if we were going to have a bad game, you want it to be that game.
Right.
Because if you have a game like that going forward, you're not going to, you're done, you're gone.
Right. Now, anyone left in the playoffs can win the state championship.
Anybody. Anybody. I talked to Starkville's head coach yesterday on the phone, man, and we're talking about him. It's just any of us can beat each other. Our lopsided score with them is not indicative of how we see each other. Their lopsided score they had with Madison early on, that has nothing to do with what happens going forward, because it helps the other team.
Yeah, get a little bit of motivation going there. So when you look back the other night, we had 2 busted plays on defense that led directly to touchdowns. Outside of that, I lost count on how many sacks we had, but it was defense really, they got after it, and offense made some big plays.
Right, yeah, we, there was some good and bad. There were some times that second half, I don't know if they got a first down. DeSoto Central got a first down. If they did, it might have been 1 or 2, maybe 1 kind of busted play. Their scores, their 1 drive was off 3 busted plays. Their 1 long touchdown they had was off a busted coverage.
Right.
It was our guys not being locked in, doing their job, taking them too lightly. And also, too, we lost the turnover ratio. They blocked the punt. They blocked the field goal. There are some variables that you're not supposed to win games when that happens, and we played bad football.
Madison Central needs no other explanation. It's Madison Central. They're, a couple of years removed from a state championship, one of our biggest rivals.
2 years.
And, it came down literally to the last play of the game earlier in Madison Central on a 2-point conversion. Our defense, we get them, stop them, about 2-inch?
Right.
At the 2-inch line. So, had you rather that been that close of a game now than a blowout like it's been the last couple of years?
I would think, yeah. I think it's danged if you do, danged if you don't. I really don't know. I know our offense has a chip on their shoulder because they don't think they played well that game. We turned the ball over 4 times that game. We could have put them away easily. But also, too, on the flip side, Madison thinks they should have won that football game. Their coaches are telling their kids they should have won that football game, that they're the better team, and, simply put it, we don't like each other.
Right.
You know, it is what it is. They don't like us, we don't like them, and it's going to be who wants it more. They probably got a little bit more extra motivation because of everything going on, but you know, if our kids play motivated and play our game, we'll be fine, but it's going out and doing that.
When you look at their team, obviously they've got a really good receiver that you guys really honed in on last time we met in Madison, and then they got a quarterback. What other things are you looking out for
Well, the biggest thing I've seen on offense, defensively, besides the Starkville game that they played in, they've only given up 3 points all season.
Wow.
So their other 4 opponents that they've played have only given up 3 points. Says a lot, their defense. Their defense was the best defense we faced.
Right.
I mean,
and you said that week, too. It would be the best defense we've
Offensively, they've gotten more comfortable. They've settled in on that quarterback. He's more comfortable. They're making it easier for him. They've gotten better at the run game. They're the best. They're the most physical team, probably run the ball in 7A, you know? And so it is it's going to be a physical knockdown, drag-out fight. And we got to be prepared for that, and we got to embrace and want to be physical, because that's who they are and that's who they're going to be. And you know, that's the biggest thing, is they've improved so much on offense. Their defense is still good. They're good at causing turnovers. They're good at running the ball, controlling the game, and so that's kind of the biggest thing, is we just got to play our physical, hungry brand of football.
It's what you expect in a good team. It's like us. You expect to be better 5 weeks later than you were, too.
And I think they're drastically better. I think they're confident right now.
Health-wise, how are we going into this game?
We got a little banged up last week. Some backup guys are out. We got some guys that are, we're kind of limiting during practice, but they're full go on Friday night. Now it's how you get them to Friday.
Right.
You know, at this point is who's the healthiest. It hit us last year about this time. We got hurt beginning of the season, got healed up all season, and now we've kind of hit a little stint. So, we just got to be, us as a staff have talked about it. I talked about it yesterday. I got really frustrated yesterday at practice it's just like, hey, man, why is it hit us like this? And it's like, look, these guys are going to be good for Friday. We just got to get them to Friday, and, we know they're going to play. So that's kind of where we're at on that.
Practice-wise, do you back off of the physicality, or are you still going at it?
We're going to go at it. We're going to be, because we have to be our brand of physical football now. Now, do we cut some stuff back? Yes. Do we shorten this and that? Yes. Are we smart of like, hey guys, when the scout team running back gets to the second level or whatever, we're not fully going to go to the ground. Let's stud up.
Right.
Let's stud up. Let's not do the extra tackle roll stuff and things like that. And if we're going one-on-ones, we want to be physical in the box, but we want to tag off on guys in the secondary and at linebacker just to, not create extra stuff. We're simulating the game much as we can and being physical as much as we can, but also being smarter. And one good thing is we have played each other once. We know what they're going to do.
Right.
They know what we're going to do. And so that's just, just be in the right spot, right time, and just where are our guys going to be at 7 o'clock Friday night? Are they going to be fully healthy and full of juice? That's all that matters to me.
It's almost like NFL division play 2 times a year. There aren't many surprises. And this, last year we had both games here. This year it's home and away and now home. 7 o'clock Friday night here, and I'm just going to be blunt. Our crowd was not what it should have been against DeSoto Central. We really need a packed house, kind of like what we had last year when we played Madison Central. The atmosphere does make a difference, and it was flat in the stands the other night. And I get it was raining and it was cold, but goodness, it's November. It's high school football. It's as good as it gets. This Friday night.
That's right, man. Be there. These kids deserve it. This city deserves it. This is a special place when those stands are packed.
Yeah.
There's not a better atmosphere. There's nothing really any more fun to do in Tupelo when the music's cranking and the You know, the fans are jumping, the players feel it, the connection right there, and on that blue turf, or we call the lagoon, you know, let's just show them how we do it up here. You know, we live in the best city in the state, and let's show them how we are the best city in the state.
Well, Coach, best of luck this week. You know, again, Madison Central, it is a rivalry. It's one of the best rivalries in the state, and it's going to be one of the best games in the state Friday night. For Coach Harden, I'm Greg Ellis. This is Gridiron Tape.